It is one of the most ancient stories that we human beings have. The story of what happens to the individual, to the person, when the group or the collective, when a state goes to war. It is, of course, with that story that ancient Greek epic begins, with the question of what happens to Achilles in the siege at Troy, indeed, more generally, what happens to everybody, literally, to every being in a body. For even Achilles, and this is among the poem's most terrifying points, even Achilles, simply exceptional, superhuman, specifically half divine, Achilles too is going to die. About that fact of human life, there can be no surprise. Inevitably, everybody dies. And so the interesting question about storytelling, whether it's in a poem or as today in a film, is how is that fact dealt with in fictions? In other words, if strictly speaking, there can be no suspense, how does art represent our lived experience of that tension, our sense that life is here, now, and perceptible, even beautiful? But beauty, whether of art or of body, is no guarantee. That theme, as it's framed in ancient epic, is echoed in the first film in our fall series, Pawlikowski's 2018 Zimna Wojna, or in the English translation, Cold War. As in the Iliad, there is international conflict, the historical Cold War of the film's title. And against that backdrop is staged a drama of human feeling and scale, as an exceptional individual finds herself roped into the battle. Rather like Homer, she is made to sing of nationalist struggle, even as there are other musics and other ways of life she might prefer. Looking ahead in the course, the film thus anticipates Homer's post-war epic, the Odyssey, with an emphasis on domesticity, that is, the effect of war on what life is like for those who stay at home and those who, like all of us, struggle to return. Like the epics too, the film embodies an ancient paradox of art. From subject matter that is awful can be made art that is beautiful. And Pawlikowski has made an expertly beautiful film. So I encourage you to consider especially what's called mise en scène, French for placement in a scene, literally how things are framed and shown on screen. And of course, the intersection of visual and musical. For if you're like me, after seeing this film, you'll be haunted by a certain melody. These sorts of stories are haunting indeed. Without spoiling anything, let me say in terms of content warning, the film depicts substance abuse, sexual exploitation, and suicide. If any of those things or other things are potential triggers for you, then as always, I encourage you to do a bit of research ahead of screening the film. In any case, I hope your viewing of Cold War sheds new light on your ongoing reading of Homer.